Welcome to WebUI Training, Order Entry, course number 143, Advanced Line Entry, Sourcing to a Warehouse Transfer. This training video will demonstrate how to source a product in the Advanced Line Entry function to a warehouse transfer from a sales order. The key fields included are Sourcing tab, Product Source, Warehouse Transfer Number, Document Disposition, Copy Comments, Warehouse Availability Grid, Warehouse, Due Date, and Ship Via. Before starting, you will need to have completed the following courses. To source to a warehouse transfer, make sure your back order is checked. Line type will be stock as we are sourcing a stock item to a transfer. Enter and select the product that you'd like to source from the other warehouse. Enter in your quantity you'd like to order. Your quantity shipped will show 0 and your net available will show 0 for the warehouse that you're in. When you click on the Sourcing tab, the Advanced Line Entry sourcing screen will appear. In the Product Source dropdown, select Warehouse Transfer, and the Warehouse Transfer Availability grid will appear. This grid will tell you which warehouses have the product stocked and how much of it. There's also a column over here for surplus. That can tell you if the warehouse has plenty of product for you to source from. If they look low on product, it's always a good idea to call the branch and talk to the buyer there about sourcing the product from them. Once you find the warehouse that you'd like to source it from, select it from the grid, and the Warehouse Transfer Information section will appear. The warehouse field will populate with the warehouse that you selected in the grid. The due date will usually default to the next available date that the product can be transferred from that warehouse. You can always override that by clicking on the calendar and choosing a different date in the calendar. You can enter and select the Ship Via here, or click on the spyglass and search for one within the Ship Via lookup. Make sure your document disposition is set to allow backorder. If you are going to put line comments on the line and you want to copy them to the transfer, check the box. If not, keep it unchecked. Once the screen is complete, click Submit, and you'll be returned to the Advanced Line Entry screen. Double check that you have the pricing correct. Click Add to add the product to your products list. You will get a warning that says quantity shipped, backorder scheduled, and that your warehouse transfer has been created. You can also source special line types to other warehouses if you know that they carry the product and have it available to transfer. To do that, select or enter the product that you'd like to transfer. As soon as I selected it for the product, the line type changed to special. Enter in your quantity to order. Make sure your price is correct. Double-click in the field, backspace, and enter in the correct price. Click your sourcing button and it'll take you to the Advanced Line Entry sourcing. In the Product Source dropdown, select Warehouse Transfer. Make sure your document disposition is allow backorder. Again, if you'd like to copy the comments to the transfer, check the box. The Warehouse Availability grid will show you which warehouse has the product available. Select the warehouse. And if it happens to be the same warehouse as the product before, the warehouse transfer that was tied to the first line will automatically populate for this one, so that you have two lines tied to the same transfer. If the product needed to come from a different warehouse and you selected that warehouse, a new transfer will be created for that line. We're going to select the Tigard warehouse so the transfer stays the same as line 1. The warehouse transfer information will populate below. Tigard warehouse, the same due date, and the same Ship Via as the line 1. Click Submit, and you will be taken back to the Advanced Line Entry screen. The tied number field will be populated with the same tied number as line 1. And once this is all complete, click Add, and the product will be added to the products list. A warning will show that your special order product is backordered. When you are finished, click Finish, and a message will show that your order has been finished. In very special instances, you can actually tie a non-stock line to a warehouse transfer. For those instances, please check with your branch to make sure that the process that they have in place is followed. Congratulations! You have just completed course number 143, Advanced Line Entry, Sourcing to a Warehouse Transfer. Now it's time to try it out. Go to Employees at Work, click the WebUI Train icon, and follow the instructions to log in. Here is your suggested next course.